Okay, so been some interesting news. Last year, Sims did the TK Pro board, or maybe it was 2 years. I think it was last year though. Is when they
I think
announced
they
it.
had it last year.
And then they put Chris Roach on the team after D-Day imploded because Nico Nolan's a pile of shit. Fuck that guy. I know other people can't say it, but what's he gonna do? Hit me with his lawyer? He can suck a fart out of my ass. Anyways, Terry Kidwell is now on Smokin', and Chris Roach is now on Academy. They just sent out a press release. So if Chato has the graduate, I think his is called the Masters or something like that, and part of it goes to the Revert Foundation, which part of the proceeds of it goes to the Revert Foundation, which is his foundation to help get kids on snow. But the big question is, what the fuck is up with Sims? Now there is a catalog. Yeah. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Three boards.
Three boards. 2 men's, 1 women's.
Yep. And it looks like they're promoting more of the Japanese thing, which someone hit me up.
I think that's pretty much the only riders they got left. Of the Japanese
riders. No, they were promoting like Ryan Flaska and stuff out of Utah, but I know we said that we weren't really going to talk gear in this, so we're not going to talk about the gear Sims. We're just going to be talking about what's brand. But someone hit me up and said that Hillary Sims was done with it, so I don't know if they're just running out contracts. Because didn't Tadashi sign with them?
Yeah, he signed with them last year. Yeah. He left Yes to go ride Sims.
That was a big mistake.
Yes, it was.
I know that Mark Vitelli, who was the brand manager forever, isn't there anymore. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. Mark's someone that, like, when we run into each other, it's like we're old friends and we will just catch up and talk, and I've made laps with and stuff.
Yeah, Vitelli's a good dude.
Vitelli's just an awesome, he's the quintessential, he's probably the best person, in my opinion, to represent a brand as a brand manager, because he literally just snowboards. He's like that guy. But it's really curious to see what's going on with the brand. Because I remember last year when I was talking to Kidwell, and he's like, yeah, dude, got my old, new version of my old board, and it's cool to have a pro model again, and I'm stoked, and they're having me.
He seemed pretty happy.
He was, and he was like, they're making me like a brand ambassador where I just go out to shops and I go and ride with the people.
Yeah.
And now he's on Smokin', which Smokin' makes sense. I mean, he lives in Tahoe. Smokin' is a Tahoe brand. He's known Jay for 30 years, probably, maybe longer. I don't know. Smokin's been around 20-something years, 20, 22 years, something like that, 20, somewhere in there. Over 2 decades, or at least 2 decades. And to see him go there, and then I don't know if you looked at the announcement for Roach, but his board literally looks like a sim shape for Academy, which makes sense because it's Never Summer that's making Academy's boards.
Which made Sims, so they probably just honestly slapped the graphic on it.
Yeah. Just slap the Academy.
They can do that.
Yeah, so they can.
I'm wondering if she's selling Sims. And that's where they're at right now, is they're trying to cut back on costs to sell the brand easier.
Maybe, or maybe it was... Maybe she was just like a figurehead because Tom's passed, and actually there's some other investors. I wonder if Tadashi actually put his money into Sims.
Maybe that could make some sense. Why would he leave Yes and his old Ink crew to go ride for Sims?
I know, especially when Yes is having its 10th anniversary,
and they're not doing nothing but growing.
They're crushing.
Yeah, they're doing really well right now. So
I don't know. It begs the question of what's going.
It feels weird.
Well, and it was funny because I was in the lift line at Loveland in the preseason, and some of the local guys at Loveland were like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Sims. They're not giving us boards anymore, and it's just going to Japan." It was like all hearsay that I heard, and I was just listening to the guy. It's just like, this is really weird, because I got hit, and it's funny because the regional guys that rode for Sims here, like Atalo and Ruby, and people that I've known that have been on Sims for a little while, they're all on Rome now. They've all just been like, oh, well, we're on the Brad Godbell program now, and it's they went from Sims to Rome like that overnight.
Yeah.
And just really weird, and Sims does not have the best track record. It's they're just up and down and up and down. And, they had that Sports Authority deal, and it's really weird to see. Is Sims going to be here? Is it not going to be here? Is 2020 the last year of Sims?
Yeah.
So we'll We'll see. Maybe you'll hear something when you're down at the trade show this weekend.
Yeah, I'll keep my ears open and see what's going on. I don't know if I'll.
Yeah.
I don't think I know anybody over there, so I don't know if I'm going to step in. But
yeah, it's just going to be all Never Summer guys.
Right. So I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting to see what's happening and what kind of stuff it might point to.
Right.
Yeah. Whether it points to death or selling or downsizing, or maybe Tadashi is basically taking the brand over and that's why it's going to Japan. I don't know, because I know that, and that's one of the other that actually makes some sense, because then the Japanese, Chinese, and Korean markets, as snowboarding grows and grows over there, the counterfeit product is becoming a bigger issue. So U.S. made stuff is huge over there because the production of it looks totally different than what comes out of China, and they can't duplicate it. I mean, I'm sure they could if they really tried to, but they're not going to because it's more expensive to do.
They'd have
And
to downgrade
their
machines.
quality. So that's not going to happen. So they sell really fast and really well over there, the U.S. made stuff. I know from working at Signal, like, we would make special graphics for the Korean market. Like,
well, that was the whole thing.
Everything that went over to that market had to be absolutely perfect. Like, so it kind of would make some sense to, on Tadashi's end, to basically take a brand over that's made at a U.S. factory, because that's got a lot of consumer draw over there.
Well, and that's the thing. Like you say, Signal did well over there, but what people don't forget is Signal was spawned from Supernatural, which was an offshoot of Mervyn, and that was Dave Lee and Matt Hammer that did that. But they had unprecedented, like 300% growth year over year in Korea or something, because that Korean market was exploding. And now China's middle class has just emerged over there. Like, they're just like going for it. And I was talking with my friend Gray, and he's going to China to be like this ambassador type person and show people what U.S. snowboarding is all about over there. And it's like, it's China is going to be the next market that saves snowboarding. Yeah. So definitely. That Asian market over there. But what is going on with Sims? I don't know. Maybe we need to resurrect the snowboard brand Deadpool and pull that one up. It's been over a year since we did that podcast in the old format. Yep. So maybe we need to pull up the brand Deadpool, and maybe we should just do a Deadpool topic. Maybe the next, not the product preview podcast, but the one after that. Maybe we can do that. So if you guys want us to do that, just leave a comment down below or wherever you're listening to this, and maybe we'll check it. I don't know. So. Maybe. But we're going to move on to another topic.